All right, let's cut to the chase. Most passive income videos you see online aren't real. It's not real passive income. It requires work. It requires upkeep. Therefore, I'm going to address your skepticism right now by saying, look, obviously you can't just magically spawn money from the sky, but over the past 120 so days, I have had a YouTube channel run completely in the background. I haven't uploaded a single video, and it has generated me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and gets thousands of views every single day, which is a little weird considering the usual experience of YouTube is this feeling of constantly throwing videos into the void, hoping one pops off and you can get some maybe ad revenue or a sponsorship or grow your business off of those videos. And unlike the majority of online gurus that just say numbers and don't actually back it up, as you can see, I have not uploaded in 125 days and 37 minutes. And yet in that rough allotment of time, I've gotten 876,000 views, 10,000 new subscribers, about $3,000 of ad revenue. To this day, I'm still getting anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000 views a day, depending on the day. And in case you're wondering, let's ask ChatGPT how much that viewership would cost if you paid for it on, say, Meta. As you can see, that would cost anywhere from $600,000 to $1.3 million. Now, obviously, organic views are weighed a little bit differently, but you get the point. Extremely valuable eyeballs, because we live in an attention economy, a creator economy, in the background, as I haven't even uploaded on the channel. And more important than the view counts, the subscribers, the ad revenue, which is pennies on what the views you actually get, I have ran a business in the background making, look, $395, $76, $395, $55, $55, $395, $395, money generating in the background off of those videos. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I did that. So not so you can make a couple videos and disappear for a couple months, but so that you can grow a personal brand, a YouTube channel, and sell digital products, digital assets, whatever you want to sell in the background to gain that true creator freedom, which is what we all want at the end of the day. And if you want to know a little secret, these digital products were made over 2 years ago and to this day are making an income for me. And this is the skill set you honestly want to learn in 2025 if you don't want to be another cog in a machine sitting under fluorescent lights in some office next to someone you don't really like that much, climbing some social hierarchy with a bunch of midwits, no offense to them. Instead, waking up every day whenever you want, working on what you want, talking about things you want online, and building an entire business off of that. And unlike the majority of gurus, I didn't grow a business teaching business. I did not sell digital products teaching digital products. I did not build a personal brand just telling people they should build personal brands. In fact, I grew this channel and my business in one of the hardest industries online, personal development, because everyone thinks they're a life coach. Everyone wants to talk about mindset, fitness, self-improvement, and you're battling with giant people like fucking Tony Robbins, who just wipes the floor with every personal development guru on the planet. And yet I still went into the industry, carved my piece of the pie, and changed my life because of it. But before we can get to numbers and money, it all starts with the very content you post on this platform, because you have to understand that not all content is created equal. There is content that has this potential to keep getting views consistently, grow your business, turn your audience into buyers, into customers, and not only that, convert viewers into the audience, a cult-like following that actually wants to watch all your videos, listen to the things you have to say. And then there are other videos that don't do any of that, and they may get views, but those views will do nothing but earn you a couple cents of ad revenue. So the first thing you have to avoid if you want this kind of self-generating, this compounding style of content and brand and business is that you cannot make time-sensitive content, at least the majority of the time. This is the type of content where maybe you're commentating on something that just happened in the news or in your industry. You're teaching something that's new and trendy, but pretty soon everyone's going to already know about it. Everyone's already going to be taught on it. Or maybe it's just entertainment-based content that is cool at the time, but of course trends and tastes and memes and everything change. If you are strictly an entertainment creator, this is probably not the channel for you. We actually like providing value over here. We're not just brain rot slop creators. So you need to create content that can consistently, in theory, generate infinite views and help infinite amounts of people. But let's address the elephant in the room, the boogeyman, the scary, spooky thing that everyone either worships or is terrified of on this platform, and that is the algorithm. Look, this is not going to be a video breaking down the theories around the YouTube algorithm, because that's the truth. there are only theories. If someone is trying to tell you that the algorithm just changed and you need to make this kind of content, or the algorithm wants small creators to grow, not big creators, they are full of shit. They are not master computer programmers. They are not in the back door of YouTube looking at all the code. In fact, most YouTube employees also can't explain how the algorithm works. So if you see gurus saying they know exactly how it works, you should look at them a little differently. But in my experience growing not just my channel, but my students and my clients' channels, I have noticed that the algorithm, if you really want to get this kind of compounding progression on your channel, with your content, with your business, is that you need to build trust and momentum. What I mean by trust is that the trust factor is the difference between uploading a video and it sits at 0 views. Or maybe it gets like 40 views and YouTube gave it 200, 300, 400, 500, maybe even 1,000, 5,000 impressions. Compared to the video that the moment you upload it, YouTube begins giving it thousands and thousands of impressions and it just takes off like a little rocket ship, which is what happened recently on this channel with my last video. I finally gained enough trust and hit the right chord with the right video. YouTube found the right audience, and instead of, the usual couple hundred views, it got over 11,000 views. But speaking of that, if you like what you're hearing so far, I highly recommend you consider subscribing to this channel. I am posting bangers. I am posting value and information that I've spent 5 figures and years of my life through trial and error learning on how to grow as a creator, a personal brand, make content, sell digital products, grow a business. And the algorithm isn't fully pushing my content yet. It hasn't found the right audience completely yet. It's a newer channel. So if you subscribe now and check out some of my other videos, you will get this information before other people do, especially other people in the industries you want to go and compete in. So just consider it, is all I ask. And once you get a little bit of this trust, you start to build momentum with your channel. This is when the charts of overall views and overall metrics and overall subscribers starts to actually start going up and to the right. I've seen it all the time. Channels that are doing really, really well. They're pumping out content. Maybe they're getting 10,000 views, 50,000 views, 100,000 views, 1 million views a video, and then they break the momentum, or they upload some kind of content that breaks the trust with the algorithm, and then views start to go down. And the overall impressions that the entire channel is delivered, not just a single video, starts to go down. Compared to this channel, which for 3 months of me not uploading is still getting 5,000 to 8,000 views a day. Because I have videos like this. If you see, there was not a sudden spike in views in a flat line. It was just gradually accumulating views over the course of the past few months, and now it has 1.2 million views, made around $4,600, and a lot more money on the back end through the business. It's the same with this one. This video actually started as kind of a dud, yet over time it now has over 500,000 views. And same with this one. If you notice too, these videos have gotten me over 30,000 subscribers combined, which is more than enough to build a business and a brand and a following off of. And the thing that all 3 of these videos have in common is that they are scalable videos. Scalable videos are videos that not only resonate with the core little pool of an audience you might already have, or that's hyper targeted in your market, in your niche, in your industry. It's videos that can push beyond that and go to completely new people that have never seen your content before in mass numbers. And eventually, of course, those people join that little cult or core audience right here, compared to the majority of content out there, which is content that is capped. And no, not capped like someone ran up on them and shot them and capped them, or capped like they're wearing a nice hat. I'm talking capped as in the potential of the video, the potential views that it can garner has this kind of artificial ceiling on top of it, whereas the scalable can just consistently scale and keep moving up and to the right on the view chart. With capped videos, the best you could hope is that your view floor slightly raises with each and every video. Maybe it's 100 views a video, then it's 200, then it's 500, then it's 1,000, 1.1 thousand over the course of time. Whereas scalable content, which as you just saw on my charts, can all of a sudden give you thousands of new subscribers, thousands of dollars, and raise your view floor to where if you do upload a video that's just for your main audience that is kind of capped, the views are still much higher than someone who only creates capped videos. And if you stick around, I'm going to explain how to avoid only uploading capped videos and make more scalable videos. But first, we should probably talk about the thing you want to hear about. Let's be real. I see you on the other end of the camera rubbing your hands together like, ooh, I saw that you made money, Kenny. You're going to teach me how to make money, right? Yes, I am. Although I can't promise that. I don't want the FTC coming at me. So one of the reasons why this content is scalable is also the same reason why it's able to generate income. And that is because it hits an eternal market and or an eternal pain point, an eternal problem. It's all kind of the same thing. If a market for something exists, it's because there are pain points and problems in that topic that need to be solved, that people will watch videos and pay money for it to be solved. For example, an eternal problem that we see is people that struggle with discipline, struggle with doing the things they know they need to do to get the life they want, but for some reason they have mental problems that block them from doing that, and therefore it manifests as bad habits. So it makes sense that when I make a video on how to actually be disciplined consistently, there will always be new people facing that problem that need content and a teacher, a guide, a digital sage to help them solve it. And since you've made it this far, I'm going to give you a little bonus tip. As you can see, not only did I address an eternal problem and offer a solution, how to actually be disciplined consistently, but I took mental note of what is the current main talking points in the industry, the current main things that my audience, my avatar has heard before, and then I went in and made a contrarian stance against it because I believe that I have the true answer and not the answer that they've heard before that didn't actually work. So as you can see, I say fuck willpower in the thumbnail. When my avatar, I know because I understand my avatar, has probably watched tens if not hundreds of videos saying you need to build your willpower, you just need to do the work. But here's the thing, unless you understand the avatar, the specific character that you are making content for, you will not be able to create content that is good enough. You will not be able to package your content good enough to have this likelihood of getting the views, attracting the people, let alone selling them things and growing your business. So I'm going to give you my completely free audience avatar generator in the description. Grab it after this video. It's literally just plug and play, fill in the blanks, and you will instantly get crystal clear clarity on who you're making your content and your offers for, so your content can instantly be 10x as good, as compelling, as clickable as it was before. It's in the description, check it out later. So when you create that content that addresses some kind of eternal burning pain point and you make it for that specific avatar, they are then going to go into that content, and if you have some kind of business, some kind of offer off the back end, a lot of them are then going to go to that and pay you. Because let's be honest, the reason we want to do this, the reason we want to be creators, a lot of it is the freedom it unlocks us. But if you are a creator that is a slave to ad revenue, meaning if the algorithm doesn't like your video and it doesn't get a lot of views, you don't make much money. Or sponsors, which if your videos aren't doing good, sponsors aren't going to want to sponsor you. But also when you take on sponsors, you also take on restrictions of the type of content you can make. They tell you the words you have to say in the videos, and you run into the risk of promoting products that aren't actually good, and then your audience will turn on you and you ruined that brand you worked so hard to create. So instead of that, you need to create a product that you have complete control over, that you created yourself, that you created for that avatar that you understand so well, and that can be replicated and sold an infinite amount of times, because the more views you're going to get, the more customers you're going to get. If you're selling your time, for example, coaching slots, after maybe a couple clients, you suddenly can't take on any more. Therefore, what you want to create is a digital product. But don't worry, at the end of this video, I'm going to link you a video that is exactly an entire course on how to create a digital product. But that's not enough. You see, you could bake the best cake ever, have the perfect amount of everything, all the frosting, got some sprinkles on it. It's just the best cake ever created for your avatar. But if they don't walk into your bakery, they're never going to know that that cake exists. They're going to be out here saying, dang, I wish I had an awesome cake right now, but I guess it just doesn't exist. Therefore, before you even go and create your product, you have to be clear on what your offer is, because your product is a structured, accelerated version of what you've learned through trial and error. It could be a PDF, it could be a video course, it could be coaching calls, it could be some kind of community with courses, it could be all kinds of different things. It could be freaking emails. But the offer is the promise that you make to the avatar to get them in the door. And if your offer to your avatar isn't good enough, they're not going to enter the bakery. For example, I had a friend, Josh, and he was a video editor. He was a pretty good video editor. He was paid decent, but it wasn't enough to have the life he wanted. He wanted to make more value for people. He wanted to make more content for people, and he wanted to make more money each month. And he invested all of his time, effort, and even money into creating an elite editor course for video editors so they can edit better and thus make more money as video editors. But even if he was making content, getting some views, saying, hey guys, I have an editing course, sure, some people would have clicked the link. Some people could have walked into the bakery, but not nearly as many. Whereas when we created an offer, which is stealing the viral editing secrets to create addictive content that lands six-figure clients using his psychological strategy, suddenly it became much more alluring. Like, oh, yeah, I think I need to walk into that bakery. I need to check out that cake he has. And once we did that, it added thousands of dollars, as you can see, each month to his income and really changed his life. But how do you get that avatar from a singular piece of content all the way to your offer and have them actually in the right mind state to want to purchase that offer and that digital product? You do that by creating what I call a value-rich funnel. And I say value-rich because the word funnel has become watered down so much. It basically means anything that is marketing to get people to some kind of page to purchase something. Whereas a value-rich funnel takes a viewer who may not fully trust you yet, may not fully understand what you offer enough yet to purchase, and gets them from one video all the way down to the offer, to giving you some of their money so you can help them solve their eternal problem. And sure, you can try to just in every video mention your offer, and you'll get some people that'll jump straight all the way down there. Kind of like this, because look, clearly you are someone who wants to grow a personal brand, create content, create a business selling some kind of digital products, whatever it is, whether you want to teach people knitting or fitness or how to be more athletic or how to be more confident or how to get on dates, anything that is educational that helps people in some way improve their lives. So if you're someone who actually wants to take this to the next level and have my exact expertise, everything I've learned and my hands-on help, you can consider checking out Audience Alchemy in the description later, or now if you want. I can't tell you what to do. But a better version of this that truly makes it a value-rich funnel with multiple steps is that, let's say you upload a video, and at the end, if you're a good boy and you know what to do, you do a call to action to another video that is for the same avatar. So they go and watch another video of yours, and maybe you shout it out and they go to it, but maybe not. Maybe you mention some kind of free asset that you've created for them, and that then sends them to an email that not only gives them that free thing, but also gives them more value in the form of other emails that they receive, maybe every day, every other day. And then maybe, you know, they go and they watch another video, maybe they go and receive some more emails, but eventually the more content they consume from you, the better likelihood it is that they will eventually want to become a customer or a student of yours. Because look, let's say you're meeting someone for the first time at a cafe. So you go in, you talk to the cashier, you get your overpriced latte, and then you go and sit with this guy for 2 hours. Who are you more likely to know, like, and trust by the end of that? The guy that you sat with for 2 hours, or the cashier you spoke to for a minute? Obviously the guy that you've spent more time with, meaning a value-rich funnel is them spending more and more and more time with you. That is the magic of not only YouTube and long-form content, but setting up a funnel like this. The more time they spend with you, the more value they receive from you, the more warm as a lead, as a potential customer, they're gonna be when you finally hit them with that offer. And that is why I was able to create a form of passive income with my YouTube channel, because I had a video that was kind of evergreen, continuing to get views, that then throws my ideal avatar down this funnel. So if you want to just go ahead and dive straight into my full course on how to create your offer and digital product, click the video on the left. But if you want to learn how to really make that ultra compelling content for the perfect avatar that will get them to enter that value-rich funnel, click the video on the left where I explain an exact framework that I've created that you can just copy step by step for your next video. They're both on the screen right now. Pick one, click it, click it, click it. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye bye.